Hello and welcome to Take 5 with the Regional Chamber. I'm Kim Calvert. The COVID-19 pandemic threw many businesses in the Valley and around the world into crisis. Some business owners were able to pivot and survive. Jeff and Holly Swartz did just that and created a whole new company called Personal Protected. That's one of the many reasons they've been chosen as this year's Salute to Business Entrepreneurs of the Year. Talia Hagler introduces us to Jeff and Holly and gives us a look at how they turned a shutdown into a new opportunity.
For more than 50 years, Hitchhiker Manufacturing has been known across the country for building high-quality food concession trailers for the amusement industry. In early 2020, they had a backlog of orders, and then COVID hit.
We just in 19 introduced a new product to our industry that was very well received. We had a lot of interest, we had several orders, we had units in production, and we seen all that just evaporate when COVID hit.
As we were going through that phase, we started thinking, okay, you know, we don't have any orders. We're going to have to start thinking about what we're going to do. It was a very dire situation.
Jeff and Holly Swartz didn't close their doors. Instead, they started to think about what their industry would need to come back. They thought about the keys to keeping people safe, and they decided to combine hand washing with social distancing to create their one-of-a-kind new product. Quad Sink allows up to 720 people to wash their hands every hour, keeping them separate and safe while they're doing it.
You know, the need was there, and we had a solution. When you have this unit in front of you and you step into that, almost like a bubble as Jeff calls it, you know, you're washing your hands, you have all this protection area, and it's touchless, it's protective, it's something that we need.
The idea for Quad Sink went from a simple sketch to drawings to a prototype within a week, and they knew they had something special. So after running a successful business for decades, Jeff and Holly were now running a startup. They named the new business Personal Protected.
The reaction we got, everybody that came in and seen it ordered, whether it was a superintendent at a high school, a president of a university, everybody that walks up to a unit in the flesh, they get it immediately. They understand it. It's priced reasonable.
It's beyond COVID too.
And it's beyond wash your
COVID.
hands.
When you're washing your hands, it's effectively taking hand washing out of the bathrooms because there's really a need for it to be in your pathway.
The Quad Sink is now getting noticed across the country and around the world. It's attracting attention from the NFL, Major League Baseball, airports, and other high-traffic venues. The Swartzes are excited about the building demand and feel the Quad Sink is here to stay, a part of our new normal. For Take 5 with the Regional Chamber, I'm Talia Hagler.
For more information on the Quad Sink, visit personalprotected.com. The 2021 Salute to Business Breakfast is September 2nd from 7:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. at the Eastwood Event Center. For registration, visit regionalchamber.com and click on Events. And now to a new partnership between the Youngstown-Warren Regional Chamber and the Youngstown Foundation. Earlier this week, we kicked off our new Lunch and Learn series. We created the series to provoke thought and community discussion on some of the most important topics facing the Valley. Our inaugural session, held at the DeYor Center, focused on the role that arts and culture play in the state's and Valley's economies.
For too long, there's been a silo or some silos in this community between businesses and nonprofits. And the fact is, nonprofits are businesses. They employ people, they have an economic impact. And so I'm happy that we can work together to bridge that gap, tear down that silo. And there are other silos that I think throughout the Lunch and Learn series we're going to be able to chip away at.
How do we connect the business and corporate community with the nonprofit community in a way that's meaningful, in a way that also lets the business community know the value of a nonprofit, particularly arts and culture. And so we started talking about how we could make that happen, and the Lunch and Learn series was a continuation of the excellence that the Chamber had always had with educating the community.
We will continue to hold the Lunch and Learn events once a month through June of 2022. Some of the upcoming sessions focus on the American Rescue Plan, minority-owned businesses, and health outcomes. For more information about the series, you can email me at kim@regionalchamber.com. We hope you enjoyed this edition of Take 5, and we'll see you again in a couple of weeks. With the Regional Chamber, I'm Kim Calvert.
Take 5 with the Regional Chamber is produced by Mahoning Valley Productions, where we tell your stories.